Hey everyone, what is going on? So we are looking at UnkemptBeast tournament, their Sorcerous Cup tournament, the current cup that is going on for the Self Arena for June. And their team is going to consist of Alolan, Ninetales, Alolan Muck, Azumel, Linoon, Bronzong, and Toxicroak. And the opponent's team for round 1 is going to be Munchlax, Bronzong, Azumel, Frostlass, Toxicroak, and Alolan Muck. So we'll have to see how they do. And so far we have Alolan Ninetales just going for the charge attack, probably trying to feint down at this range. You could probably shield and then successfully charm down. So charm really powerful in this cup, whether it be Alolan Ninetales or a Wigglytuff Clefable. It looks like Unkempt is going to have to go for another shield. Going to be a body slam if they want to win switch advantage, as they do. So currently down a shield, but winning switch advantage. So that could matter. We'll have to see. In comes Frostlass. Frostlass will be hit by the Psy Shock unless if it decides to shield. It does not shield. Doesn't really do that much. But, I mean, you could see how much damage that Frostlass is taking. Oh my gosh, just because it resists. It's that Ninetales is resisting Powder Snow, right? So Muck comes in, going to be hit with a Shadow Ball, going to be resisting that. Avalanche would have been the way to go, probably, but I guess the opponent just probably clicked on Shadow Ball without realizing what came in. It was probably a blind click, so it makes a lot of sense. Alolan Muck is going for the Dark Pulse. That will be shielded by Toxicroak, and in comes Bronzong. Bronzong is absolutely going to destroy that Toxicroak. Going to be hit by a charge attack, but it doesn't matter. It's going to be a Mud Bomb, of course. Not going to knock out the Bronzong, and Bronzong is going to finish that game. So winning game 1, jumping into game 2 of round 1. So it's going to be a Toxicroak versus an Alolan Muck. Definitely favorable for the for the Toxicroak, I mean. So Toxicroak switches into Linoon after that Frostlass comes in, doing a lot of damage with Shadow Claw. Linoon is going to shield, probably an Avalanche. No, going to be a Shadow Ball. Very interesting. Linoon does double resist Shadow Ball because it is a normal type. So maybe a misclick, I don't really know. But Linoon is going for the Grass Knot, and Frostlass is going to get off a charge attack. Let's see if this is going to be the Avalanche. Can Linoon survive this? I think so. Well, it's another Shadow Ball, so it could definitely survive Shadow Ball. Maybe that Frostlass only has one move, and that obviously makes sense as to why it's going for Shadow Ball. That's probably the case. So Linoon going for a Grass Knot on the Pokemon that came in. I didn't see what came in. Okay, going to be an Alolan Muck. Muck does resist Grass Knot, but still does a decent amount. Getting to another Grass Knot, adding up damage against the Muck that will be shielded, not wanting to take that hit. This Muck might farm down. It does, so loaded on energy, but that Toxicroak is going to come in and deny that energy with Mud Bomb. Does the opponent still have a shield? I guess not, because the Muck goes down. In comes Munchlax. This is definitely a game over, so going to be able to win this one quite nicely. Going for the Sludge Bomb right now against the Munchlax. Why not? You know, going to be able to finish it with counter after shielding this Body Slam, or what I assume to be a Body Slam as it is. So I'm going to finish that. And yeah, going to jump into round 2. The opponent actually, or Unkempt actually only submitted 2 games per round for most of the rounds, I think, instead of the third game, as long as it didn't matter, right? So the opponent in round 2 is going to be running Munchlax, Wigglytuff, Alolan Muck, Toxicroak, Frostlass, and Noctowl. So really cool team, really powerful team. So it looks like the Ninetales feints from Wigglytuff. 2 charm uses. Bronzong is coming in, going to be able to take any attack coming from this Wigglytuff. Actually does a lot of damage. I didn't think that Dazzling Gleam would do as much as it did. But in comes Noctowl. Okay, Noctowl probably has Nightshade. We'll have to see. This Bronzong does go for the Psyshock, and that is going to be doing some neutral damage. Pretty nice damage. I have to watch out, as I said, for the Nightshade. I'm assuming this is what it's going to be. Bronzong does shield itself, not wanting to take that hit. Going to actually be a Sky Attack, so maybe a bluff coming from the Noctowl. Noctowl is going for another charge attack. Going to be another Sky Attack. Okay, Bronzong can definitely take it and go for a Psyshock. I wonder what's in the bag. Maybe it's Toxicroak. That's why he's not switched. That's why he brought in Noctowl. It's gotta be, yeah. Toxicroak going to take a lot of damage. It does feint the Bronzong, but it still took a lot. In comes the Azumel. This is definitely a GG's because you could safely shield this incoming attack, even if it's a bluff, and you'll still be able to farm down with Bubble. And it's not going to be a bluff, but even if that hit, it wouldn't have knocked out Azumel. So Azumel does feint the Toxicroak. Jumping into game 2, that Alolan Ninetales versus Alolan Muck. So 2 Alolan forms. In comes Toxicroak. Okay, so this charm is still eating away. Probably going to try and catch a charge move, but able to feint it without even being hit with a charge move. In comes Alolan Muck. You do have to watch out for the Dark Pulse, but this Bronzong does have Bulldoze, which is super effective to Alolan Muck. In fact, the Alolan Muck is only weak to ground attacks. That did a lot of damage, you would probably expect, right? So Bulldoze is going to not connect, and Muck is going to farm down with Snarl. So in comes at Ninetales. Okay, you do have to watch out for the Sludge Wave or Gunk Shot. Let's see what attack this is. Going to be a Dark Pulse, so nice bait on the opponent's end. Psyshock. Let's see if this is shielded. It is resisted by Alolan Muck. It might be shielded. It is not, so Muck able to take that nicely. In comes Wigglytuff, so trying to farm down the Ninetales with Wigglytuff. Switches into a Azumarill, so Azumarill, let's see if Azumarill can pull this one off. Going to go for the Play Rough, so it looks like this Azumarill has Ice Beam and Play Rough, no Hydro Pump. Going to knock out the Wigglytuff, and then in comes Alolan Muck. This is definitely going to be a GG's because this Azumarill can just farm down as it does. So, able to win that, jumping into round 3. So, we have from the opponent Skuntank, Bronzong, Toxicroak, Linoone, Azumarill, and Noctowl. So, right now it is... Oh, never mind. This Azumarill has Hydro Pump and Play Rough. No Ice Beam. Excuse me. But going for the Play Rough, going for the bait. Nice bait. I probably wouldn't have chanced the bait, but obviously it worked out for him. Azumarill is going for the Play Rough. Toxicroak is going to shield itself. And up 2 shields, so it's a really good situation. Azumarill going to shield, probably hoping to get off a Play Rough. Let's see if he's able to before another Mud Bomb. No, he's not able to. Going to go ahead and use a second shield to get off this Play Rough. We'll be able to get off a Play Rough. It's actually a Sludge Bomb. So going for that Play Rough, doesn't need to go for the Hydro Pump. The Play Rough is definitely going to be enough. So it does knock out that Toxicroak just fine. In comes Bronzong, and probably can't get to the Hydro Pump. Actually barely able to get to that Play Rough too. So Play Rough is going to connect. It is resisted by the Bronzong, but chip damage is good damage. So in comes Linoone. Linoone doing super effective damage with Shadow Claw. Let's see what attack comes out. Going to be a Bulldoze. Okay, Linoone can take that. In comes an opposing Linoone. So switching out into a Alolan Ninetales. So this Ninetales doing pretty well. We'll have to see what attack this is going to be. It's going to be a Thunder that will do a good amount. I mean, one more attack is going to knock out the Ninetales. Ninetales can get to the Psyshock though. So I believe this probably picks up the KO on the Linoone. It does. So Linoone collapses. In comes Bronzong. So Bronzong looking to farm down. Able to do so, but that Bronzong is so low. In comes Linoone. Linoone's going to be able to take this attack, right? Psyshock, Bulldoze, they could take it. It is a Bulldoze. And able to farm down Bronzong. So very, very close game, but very good game. Jumping into game 2 of round 3. So switching into Azumarill. Let's see if the Bronzong wants to switch. It looks like it's staying in. Okay. Staying in, and this time he is, okay, going to be hit by a charge attack. It looks like he overtapped. I think they fixed overtapping, but when this was submitted, maybe not. So the Azumarill does go for the Hydro Pump. Let's see if the Bronzong shields. It does not. Doing a lot of damage from the Bronzong, so nice Hydro Pump. Looking to farm down. This Azumarill might shield. Yep, Azumarill is going to shield, wanting to win the lead. Going to be able to farm down the Bronzong unless the Bronzong switches. It does switch into Azumarill. Play Rough is coming out and is going to connect into this. Well, it's not going to connect. The opponent's shields. So it looks like Azumarill is switching into Linoone. There is a Grass Knot and a Thunder, so both charge moves going to be doing super effective damage to this Azumarill. Azumarill going for that Play Rough. Okay, one more Play Rough will be enough to knock it out. Grass Knot is going to, let's see if it's shielded or if it connects. It is shielded, okay. Okay, so this is Azumarill getting off a charge attack. Linoone is going to shield, wanting to get to another charge attack. By the way, if you want to check the tournament link, it will be in the description down below, so you can get an idea of what other people were running as well. So Linoone does go for the Grass Knot right now. Grass Knot doing a lot of damage, not enough. This Azumarill probably will get to a charge attack. Nope, it's going to bail first. Oh, okay, maybe trying to catch a charge attack. Nice play. In comes Toxicroak. Thunder is going to connect. It's going to do a lot of damage to a squishy Toxicroak, and Toxicroak will feint the Linoone. But in comes a Ninetales, not getting hit by any charge attack. And in comes that Azumarill. So I don't even think a Hydro Pump knocks out at this range. So it's a nice beam, and Ninetales is going to pick up the game. So jumping into round 4, so the opponent has a very interesting team. 3 Charm uses: Togekiss, Clefable and Wigglytuff, as well as Claydol, Hypno, and Azumarill. So wow, 3 Charm uses? That is awesome. I mean, Charm is really good in this cup, so we'll have to see if the opponent brings more than 1 per game. I mean, I could totally see that happening. If your opponent doesn't have a Steel type, I could see 2 or 3 Charm uses on the same team. In this case, Unkempt has a Bronzong, so maybe not in this battle, but definitely very interesting. So Ninetales going to be hit by a Thunder Punch, but able to take it and faint down that Hypno just before it goes down. So in comes Azumarill. So can't get to a Side Shock. Okay. So what do you bring in? Obviously Muck is super effective with its Sludge Wave, so going to bring in that Muck. Do you bluff? I guess it looks like he is bluffing the Dark Pulse, hoping to pick up a shield. Let's see if it happens. It does not, so nice call on the opponent's end. So the opponent does go for a charge attack. Unkempt not really in the greatest position, going to be taking a play rough, does a lot of damage. The opponent is up a shield. We'll have to see. It looks like this Muck is going for Sludge Wave. The opponent probably will shield now. Yep, gonna shield, and then I thought Bronzong was coming in, not quite yet. The Muck is going to be taking this play rough. It will collapse, and in comes Bronzong. Can Bronzong do it? Can it do it? I don't know. I mean, if there's a Charm user in the back, Bronzong probably will win this. Let's see. Bronzong is going for a Side Shock. That Side Shock will be shielded. There's got to be a Charm user. I mean, you have 3 on the team. Yeah, going to be that Wigglytuff. So, it looks like Bronzong is absolutely going to win this one. Going to be going for a Side Shock. Not going to do a whole lot of damage, but the damage is definitely adding up. So as I said, yeah, I mean, the triple or the double Charm strategy seems like a good idea, but if your opponent has a Steel type, in this case Bronzong, might not be the best idea to bring them, but he only brought 1 on his team, so play rough will be shielded, and this Bronzong is going to get to his Side Shock. Wow, I actually thought he was probably going to lose that one, but he pulls it out, and the next game is going to be Alola Ninetales versus Azumarill, so I'll have to see how this plays out. I mean, if they charge up for a Hydro Pump, you probably shield and then farm down. We'll have to see. This could possibly be a Hydro Pump. Definitely does not want to risk it. It could be a bait, though. It's going to be a play rough, so not going to be a Hydro Pump. That still would have done a lot. Psyshock is probably going to connect. Let's see. Nope, Azumarill does shield, so Azumarill may be going for another play rough or a Hydro Pump. Can he get to it? It looks like he got to something, probably a play rough, but this Alola Ninetales is going to shield, not wanting to take it. Actually going to be a Hydro Pump, so that Azumarill does faint from Charm. In comes Hypno, so this Alola Ninetales going for the Ice Beam. Hypno is so tanky that it probably won't shield. This is going to do a good amount. Yeah, it does a good amount. Charms are definitely adding up. Wow, look how much damage that Hypno is taking. Farming down the Ninetales, but it's almost gone already. Wow, but at the same time, it's loaded with energy. So in comes Claydol against the Linoon. Linoon is going to go ahead and go for the Grass Knot. You really have to go for Grass Knot. You can't go for Thunder. It is double resisted. So Claydol does shield. In comes Bronzong. So is he going to be able to pull this one off? We'll have to see. Claydol is going for a charge attack, probably a ground charge attack. Going to be Earth Power. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Going for a Psyshock, probably was afraid he couldn't get to the Bulldoze, and he's probably right. So Psyshock is not going to do much damage. In comes Linoon. Can Linoon finish this? Oh, it's going to be tough. I think he can. Yeah, he gets off the Grass Knot. This is going to be enough, guys, to knock out that Claydol. And isn't that Hypno super low that a Shadow Claw would probably take it out? A couple Shadow Claws, unless this is Focus Blast, this Linoon is going to win. Is it Focus Blast? No, it's Thunder Punch. He probably has Shadow Ball as well. Hypno goes down. That was crazy. Really well played. So jumping into round 5, the final round, the opponent is running Skunk Tank, Glalie, Alolan Muck, Claydol, Tentacruel, and Wigglytuff. So hopefully we see the Glalie. I'm really interested in Glalie. The Tentacruel comes in from the opponent's end. So Tentacruel is an interesting Pokemon. It could have Acid Spray. It could also have Sludge Wave. It could have a Hydro Pump. You wouldn't go for a Hydro Pump against the Azumarill. Probably a Poison move. Again, Acid Spray, a Sludge Wave, I'm sure. Let's see. Going to be an Acid Spray, lowering the defense of Azumarill. And yeah, that was Tentacruel. Probably just farms down. Definitely farms down. So going for the play rough from the Azumarill. I love Tentacruel, by the way. I think it's a fantastic Pokemon. Actually shielding that and then fainting down. Could have probably taken that play rough, but in comes Bronzong. This could be an Acid Spray to lower the defense. No, it's going to be Hydro Pump. Just one-shotting that Bronzong. It would never full health, but actually knocking it out. So fantastic plays on the opponent's end. This Tentacruel going to shield. Could be an acid spray, probably is. Yeah, going to be an acid spray, but at that point you probably don't want to risk it. In comes Claydol. Yeah, going to go ahead and shield from Toxicroak, but it's not going to matter because these confusions are going to do a lot. Out comes Mud Bomb. Okay, I mean, Mud Bomb is pretty good. Let's see how much damage that attack does. So, yeah, these confusions just absolutely eating away at Toxicroak. So, Toxicroak, there's no way... I thought you were going to lose some other games in the previous round, but there's no way you're going to pull that one out. So, losing game 1, that's okay. So, jumping into game 2, Toxicroak versus Tentacles. So, pretty good matchup for Toxicroak because it does have a super effective Mud Bomb. Even if it gets hit by Acid Spray, not really a big deal. You do have to watch out for the Hydro Pump though, because that will one-shot Toxicroak. So probably shield this, and it's going to be an Acid Spray. Yeah, that was a pretty safe bluff because it would have been so risky not to shield that. So nice play on the opponent's end. Also nice to shield. I mean, you don't want to take a chance, right? But still winning the lead anyway. In comes Wigglytuff. Okay, cannot get to a Sludge Bomb. No way. So what do you bring in? Alolan Ninetales? Yeah, you bring in the Ninetales. And just farming away, and yeah, I guess you probably commit the last shield and farm down, right? I mean, that's probably what you do. Yeah, commit the last shield and then farm down. The opponent is up 2 shields, but we know how much charm damage does, so we'll have to see what's in the back. Going straight Psyshock. So again, I mean, this Claydol has to shield. I mean, it could be an Ice Beam. I mean, the Claydol cannot risk it. And then in comes Alolan Muck. Wants to get the last shield with Dark Pulse, so really well played. Trying to pick up the last shield. The Claydol has no reason not to shield at this range, so it's definitely going to shield. So able to take both shields. Can he get to another Dark Pulse? Wow, he gets to another one. I thought that Claydol was going to get off. Maybe he was just trying to farm down. I guess he was trying to farm down and have energy for the next Pokemon. But jumping into the final round, whoever wins this wins the tournament. This is the final game, so it's the Alolan Ninetales versus Claydol. So, yeah, if you're the Ninetales, just farm on down. Just farm down. Well, Psyshock, maybe you go for that. Alolan Ninetales is going to shield this attack. Going to be an Earth Power. That could lower the defense. It does not. Going for the Psyshock. This is going to be resisted by Claydol, but you just want to add on chip damage. Claydol does shield, and in comes Wigglytuff. In comes Bronzong. Huge situation for Bronzong. UnkemptBeast definitely in a fantastic position because of that switch out. Bronzong is going for the Psyshock. I don't think this is enough to knock out that Wigglytuff. It is, okay. In comes Claydol. So Claydol is going to be hit by this Psyshock. Probably barely hit by it, but able to be hit by it nonetheless. And Claydol shields itself and trying to... Okay, farms down. Nice play. In comes... in comes Ninetales. Ninetales going to take this hit and probably just farm down with Snarl. This should be enough to knock out as it is. And then farm down with Snarl, so you have a little bit of energy. And in comes that final Pokemon, Tentacruel. Definitely a GG's because you have the shield. You could shield the Hydro Pump. I mean, even if it's a bluff, 2 of these... Is that enough? 2? Yeah. 2 should be enough after the Snarl damage. And so you definitely shield this incoming attack. There's no incoming attack. Couldn't get to a Hydro Pump. This is going to knock it out. And that's going to be it for this video, guys. See you in the next one. Bye. Thank you so much for checking out my latest video. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. If you like this video, check out one of my other videos that you'll probably enjoy.